Enter the kingdom of the dragon. Ferocious, terrifying, benevolent, fire-breathing. Dragons are universal, known to everyone in the world. Sometimes they're serene, sometimes terrifying, always beyond human control. But where did dragon myths come from? When ancient people found dinosaur bones, did they then imagine dragons? From trademarks to national flags, to tales from mythology, the dragon can take many forms. But what do these dragon myths mean to us today? People have portrayed dragons in countless shapes and sizes, but what they have in common is this. Peel back a dragon's skin and you'll find a serpent. In myth, dragons and serpents are, in effect, the same creature. "6,000 years ago, the ancient Egyptians told the story of a dragon serpent called Apep. Apep was the sworn enemy of the sun god Ra.
Each morning, Ra rises in the east and sails his boat westward along the river in the sky, the Nile of the heavens. And every evening, at journey's end, the serpent Apep comes up from the river bottom and chases Ra's boat, trying to eat it. Eventually, as the day draws to a close, he catches Ra's boat. So the sun slowly sets down Apep's throat, and night falls.
Egyptian dragon myth is based on the dangers of the earthly Nile, where there really are monsters that rise up and grab boats. Apep has crocodile in him. When a creature really is terrifying, sometimes the best way of dealing with that terror is to turn the creature into a god. Maybe that will appease it. So there was also a holy crocodile, worshipped at the temple in the Egyptian city of Crocodipolis. Priests performed ceremonies in his honor and prepared him meals of cake, meat, wine, milk, and honey. This was the god Sebek. Sebek had many of the qualities of a classic dragon. He was connected both with the sun and its bounty, and with the gods of evil and brutality. The priests not only pampered the sacred crocodile, they hung jewelry on its head and put bracelets on its legs. And when the crocodile died, it was given the ultimate in human honors. It was mummified and put in a tomb, along with jewelry and other valuables. This was certainly because they respected the animals, but it was probably also to scare off tomb robbers. Remains of dead crocodiles on top of piles of gold may have led to the myth that dragons were guardians of treasure. Like the Egyptians, the ancient Greeks linked the dragon with the crocodile. For them, the dragon was master of both the land and the water. Evidence of this may be found in the Greek historian Herodotus. This is his description of the monster from the 5th century BC.
It inhabits the land and the water, lays and hatches its eggs on the former, and spends most of its day there, but passes the night in the water.
The word dragon comes from the Greek drakon, meaning to watch. Watchfulness is one of the crocodile's better strategies. Its cold, motionless eyes are always calculating the odds on a kill. Nile crocodiles, in fact, eat people at the rate of about 1,000 a year. And migrating gazelles are a feast. They can be as wary as they like, but water's not a gazelle's element. And some of them won't make it to the other side. Like dragons, crocodiles are immortal, or so people have imagined. Their lifespan is, on average, longer than a human's, and a person could grow up, live a life, and be ready to die, and still be seeing the same old crocodiles in the local river. And, like crocodiles, dragons guard treasure, live forever, and fear nothing. They have the cunning of snakes and the vigilance of crocodiles. The reptilian nature of crocodiles gives dragons many of their characteristics. The talons, the rough hairless skin, the teeth, the eyes. In fact, a lot like this giant reptile, with its flickering tongue. Forbidding, monstrous, even repugnant. This species of Indonesian monitor lizard was discovered by the outside world much too recently to have made any contribution to dragon lore. But in 1912, when Westerners saw them for the first time, no other name came to mind but dragon. Komodo dragons, called after the island where they live. They're 10 feet long. They eat deer and domestic animals. They've even been known to eat an islander. They have such filthy saliva that they kill animals by biting them once and then waiting for them to die of septicemia. Reptiles evolved from amphibians, and amphibians have also made a contribution to dragon biology. The ancient Mediterraneans saw this vivid orange and black salamander as some kind of condensation of evil. It was called the fire salamander and was said to be able to walk through flames without burning. Pliny, the 1st century Roman natural historian, had this to say about the fire salamander.
It is the most venomous animal in the world, and seeks the hottest fire to breed in, but quenches it with the extreme frigidity of its body. It is born of fire that has been burning for 7 years.
Fire, the most destructive force of all, is the dragon's main weapon. They breathe fire, and they terrify people with it. The dragon's jaws are the gates into hellfire.